Hello, welcome to my channel. I am Tori Lynn. Let's blossom today. Today's video is me using the Colourpop's Disney Designer Midnight Masquerade palette. I created this soft glam look with that. If you guys want to see what I used and how I did it, please just keep watching. Also, you guys can go ahead and follow me on Instagram and Twitter. They will both be linked down in the description box below. Jumping right in. So I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with my eyes, other than I know I want to use, this is the Midnight Masquerade from Colourpop, and I want to use the shimmery, super chunky white glitter shade here called, what is that called? Royal Ball. Like, that's what I know. I want to incorporate that shadow into this look. So I think I want to start with the eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and toss on my brows real fast and prep my eyes. So let's just, okay. So brows are on. I used my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Dip Pomade in the shade Taupe. And then to prep my lids and clean up my brows, I used my Tarte Shape Tape. So let's go and jump into the eyes. I think I want to do the full look with this palette. I hope, I don't know. Sometimes I do this first if I don't know what I'm going to be doing for my eyes. That way, if I do something and I don't love it, way easier to just wipe off than to redo the whole face. Waste less product and it's easier. So, okay, let's see. So to start off, I think I want to start with the shade called Enchanted. It's this really kind of peachy, soft pink down at the bottom there. And I'm going to start by working that into the crease. Actually, I think I want to work that shade over the entire lid. So from the crease all the way down to the lash line. Now I want to jump into the shade called Nutmeg, which is a slightly darker kind of dusty rose mauve color, and I'm going to work that in the outer crease fairly heavy. And not connecting it, I'm going to go into the inner corner and work that pretty heavy, just in the inner corner. So this is going to kind of give you that window effect. The center is going to really be a lot lighter, and then it gets darker around the edges, which creates some dimension. Sometimes when doing a look like this and you want to really focus that shadow, instead of sweeping or making swirly motions, just really stamp that color down and then work it out with little feathering motions. This will help to deepen up that dark color and really make it stand out. Now that we've got those two shades on, let's go. I want to grab the shade called Mama Odie, which is right down here, and it's a really warm toned shimmery shade. It's got a lot of kind of rosy pink in it. I'm gonna set that right in the center of the eye. Right in between the two dark sides. Now, granted, this shade would probably lay down really well with your finger, but I want to use the more preciseness of a brush. With this shimmery shade, I'm going to work it all the way up to the crease, but I'm not going to go all the way up to the edge where that shadow kind of softens at the edge. We're just going to work it up to the crease. So we want to leave a thin line of that original shade. Now I'm going to go in with the shade that was called Royal Ball that I was really intrigued on. I used this look, or this palette in a First Impressions a while back, and I used the other chunky glitter shade. I will link that down below if you guys haven't seen that. But I really, really liked that shadow that I used. It was super fun, and so I told you guys I would come and try to do a look with this Royal Ball shade. So when I'm just staying right in the center, I'm not coating that entire area that we just laid the Mama Odie down. This is just going to go right in the center of Mama Odie. So basically it's just your fingertip width. Not even going all the way up to the crease or anything. Now I'm going to take a moment because that glitter is pretty messy. Like if you can see, my eyelashes are just coated in it. So I'm going to take a moment to clean up my lashes and clean off my fingers before we go any farther. Now I want to take the shade called Dajali or Dahali, I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce that word, on a tiny little brush here. And I'm going to work that shade under the lower lash line. Now sticking with the same brush, I'm going to go back into the shade Nutmeg, which was the darker of the two shades we used at the beginning. And I'm going to start that right on the outer corner and just work a little bit into the eye. And then the same on the inner corner. Now for an inner corner highlight, my mind keeps going to the back and forth between Spinning Wheel and Mama Odie. I think I want to go with Mama Odie, which was that shade we used earlier, and I'm just going to take that same brush and just work that product right into the inner corner. Then before we go ahead and step away from the eyes, I'm going to take a blending brush and just sweep it around that outer edge. This will blend everything together super nicely. It'll soften up that edge and just give it a beautiful look. Let's go ahead and go back into the face now. Blink all those loose chunks that keep falling down on my face. Okay, so, yeah, skin, let's do it. My favorite foundation is the IT Cosmetics CC Cream, so, surprise, I'm going to be using it again. This is in the shade Fair, by the way. Guys, Christmas is less than a week away and I'm so excited. I love Christmas. It is my absolute favorite holiday. What are you guys doing? Let me know. What fun things have you been doing this holiday season? Do you guys have traditions? You go do lights? What do you guys do? I want to know. I want to hear about it. Then I'm going to go ahead and conceal using the same concealer I covered my eyes with. This is the Shape Tape from Tarte. I'm going to bake my under eye using my ABH translucent setting powder. While we let that bake, I'm just going to go back in with that shade I used to do the under eye, with that brush I used to do the under eye. And just smoke out any areas that got a little messed up during that. You could choose to smoke it out afterwards if you'd like. That is up to you. Okay. I feel like it's an easy fix. Just needed a little something, something. So now I'm going to go and sweep away my baking and set the rest of my face using my Coty Translucent Airspun Powder. I feel like I look extremely wild right now, and that is not the plan. It's not how it's supposed to go. But okay, let's just move on with our lives here. Because I want to do a soft glam, I'm going to use the Pure Sculptor palette, or Pure Cosmetics Sculptor palette. It's got a really pretty two highlight shades and two contour shades, and I'm going to use the lighter of the two dark shades. That one is called Inventor, and I'm going to use a NARS Eater brush, and I'm going to sculpt out, shake it off real good, and sculpt out those cheekbones. So I had a bit of an issue on this side, so I did already contour and bronze up the rest of my face, but I had to fix this side, so I used the Pure Cosmetics Sculptor palette, and I used the lighter of the two brown shades, which was called Inventor, and I used a NARS Eater brush to apply it. And I don't know what went wrong because this side came out really pretty, but I had some issues with this side, and so I'm still working on getting those fixed up. So I have this side is contoured. I'm just gonna go ahead and bronze up using my NARS diffused bronzer. Not really sure what happened when I was doing that, but like it got this huge got this huge muddy streaky mess going on that looked nothing like this side, and it just looked disastrous. I mean, it's still not as good, but I had to go and really fix it up. I had to actually wipe that off and start over on that side. So that's why part of my face is already done with my bronzer, is because I had already gone through this once. But anyways, we're kind of fixed the issue, so I'm going to stick with that Sculptor palette, and I'm going to use the lighter of the two highlight shades, which is called Originator, and I'm going to take my Jumbo Kabuki fan brush from Crown and highlight those cheeks. I also use that NARS Eater brush to contour my nose. It's a really good brush for a someone that's starting to or wants to learn how to do nose contouring, because it's just got this flat, clean line. It just takes a few swoops down the nose and then up that arch on that bone there. It's just super easy to use. This is what got me into contouring my nose, and then once you kind of get the get the hang of it all, get it figured out, then you can move to a smaller brush. But this works really well when you're first starting out. It is also really nice to make pretty contour lines, although don't know what happened today. Okay, so let's blush up. My favorite blush is the Laura Geller Baked Blush in the shade Tropic Hues. And I'm just going to take my favorite angled cheek brush and pop that on. I have been doing, I think I talked about this on my more recent videos. Excuse me. I think I talked about this in one of my more recent videos, putting my highlight on first and then my blush, because I just feel like it really blends things together. I noticed that when I was at work, it looked like I had just this really thin stripe of bronzer, because the highlights that I use are so striking. A lot of times it will cover up what you put it over, and so in certain lights it just looks like you've got this thin streak of like bronzer on. So I started doing the blush over top, and I feel like it just blends things together and you can still see the rest of it a lot nicer than you could before. Now that the skin is done, I'm going to go ahead and spray it down using my NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray. Then I'm going to finish off my eyes with some mascara. I'm using the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. Alright, and the last step is to finish off the lips. So I'm going to be using another little trio here. This is the Profusion Cosmetics Matte Lip Liner in the shade Secret. And then I'm going to top that off with the NYX Lingerie in the shade Baby Doll, and then a little gloss from Colourpop in the shade Atta Girl. So I'm going to start by lining. And when I line my lips, I'm going to fill the entire thing in. I'm not going to stop with just the outer line. Alright, this is it, guys. We have made it to the end. This is my soft glam from the Colourpop Disney Designer Collection at Midnight Masquerade. If you guys liked this look, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you want to see more looks that I have created, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. If you hit the bell, it will alert you when I post new videos. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have an awesome Christmas. I will see you guys on Tuesday. Bye.